Oh.
That would be me.
That's copyrighted.
No, it's not.
I know.
Scotty, what's up? Hello? Hello? You're breaking up. Call it.
I'm Dan Smith, and this is The Storm. Today on The Storm, we're only doing 2 things, maybe 3, if you're good. Today, we're doing Game Storm, where we talk about Fallout 4, and Anime Storm, talk about everything. Let's get started with Game Storm, with Banta.
I'm Banta.
This is Neckbeard, and this is Game Storm. Today on Game Storm, we're going to talk about probably the hottest game of 2015. This game was so hot, in fact, that nobody went to Pornhub, except for maybe a few people, especially me. So let's talk about that. The game, not the porn. That's for later. Fallout 4's main drive for me was the crafting, and mostly the management of settlements. When it came to the main story, however, I didn't care for it too much. Without giving away any spoilers, it reminded me heavily of Fallout 3's story, with the whole drive being, ooh, I lost a family member. Better go find Timmy. They actually have a thing about that in Fallout 3. You can find Timmy at the bottom of a well and he's just a skeleton. With the sheer amount of content in the crafting system, whether it be with guns, equipment, or power armor, it's simply amazing. Okay, we're getting through this, but if you need a break, just let me know. Gameplay, because I'm tired. Gameplay, what was it? There we go. There you go. Ooh, this is tasty.
Everybody has a cup except for you.
Okay. Because of that, the gameplay regarding settlements easily lived up to the hype shown at E3. My main issues being the main story, the dialogue system, and the elimination of some RPG elements. They took on a new system for interacting with characters, taking a page out of the Mass Effect book. Sadly, they didn't do too well of a job with that, with the 4 normal responses being nice, rude, sarcastic, or just asking a question. Regarding cut RPG factors, they took out the system of keeping your equipment in good condition with repairing. The size of the map isn't that massive, but it still had so many locations to explore and experience. Additionally, Bethesda has continued its tradition of Fallout games not having the best graphics. Sorry newcomers to the series, no one gives 2 shits about graphics. Go back to Call of Duty. Anyways, all in all, Fallout 4 is a must-buy. At least a 9 out of 10. And under its worst conditions, maybe an 8.9 out of 10. This is easily my game of the year, with Metal Gear Solid 5 being a close second. If you want to play this game, you can pick it up on the PC, PS4, or the Xbone. Hopefully next year, one of the DLCs will include the ability for Codsworth to say the names
Linkle, Purgle, Dan Smith,
and John Cena. I'm Banta, this was Game Storm, and I'll see you this Sunday night at the WWE Super Slam.
I'm Richard.
I'm Dan,
And this is Anime Storm. Today on Anime Storm, we're gonna talk about anime stuff. And more importantly, this winter is gonna be hype AF. I mean, have you seen the lineup? Durarara 2 Ketsu, Phantasy Star Online 2, the animation, and another Magical Girl anime. Where do they come up with all of these?
Yes. Speaking of Durarara Tuketsu, the key visual was released on Durarara's Twitter account, and the premiere date was set for January 9th, 2016.
Hey Dan, do you know what a key visual reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of Key Studios, the studio behind Clannad and a bunch of other visual novels. It's a Kickstarter campaign, Dan. That's what it's called.
Why do I have to
it's
call
a
it
fucking campaign, Dan!
You're a
God
campaign!
damn it, Dan!
You're a campaign!
Watch your mouth. We're in a church. Say something. I'm singing lyrics now.
All right,
That's
Dan,
copyrighted.
ready?
Yes. Wasn't there a
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Isn't there a Kickstarter campaign to translate and release it on Steam?
That's right, Dan. Sakai Project's Kickstarter campaign had a goal of $140,000, which it made in less than 24 hours. And the end result is that they made about $462,000 and will be translating Clannad and its side stories. The release date is set for November 23rd, 2015. Remind me to buy that when it comes out.
I will.
I'm going to get that the instant it comes out.
Now that we're done with the infomercial, let's move on. The English cast for A Warring of Seraph will be returning for the Battle of Nagayo arc. And on a side note, Love Live is up for an award again. Well, kind of. The word Love Liver, which refers to a fan of Love Live, has been nominated for the buzzword of 2015, whatever that means.
Last but not least, Studio Manglobe, which kind of sounds like a porn studio, has officially begun bankruptcy proceedings as they are roughly 555 million yen in debt. Probably because they didn't make man porn. You want the yaoi?
I don't!
I'm sorry.
Anyways, Studio Manglobe
Don't
was
use that.
behind
Please don't use
Samurai-
that. Studio Manglobe was behind Samurai Champloo, Gangsta, and The World God Only Knows.
Oh, that horrible piece of shit.
Anyways, as you can see, we're very broken up about it.
And on that note, I'm Dan.
I'm Richard,
And this was Anime Storm. And we'll see you again next week.
I'm Scotty, aka Neko the Lazy Gamer, and this is Film Storm. On this segment, I'll be talking about the upcoming Rob Zombie film, 31. Best way to start might be to take a look at the teaser trailer, which came out in 2014. I'm sure I can't go wrong on this, since I now have the appropriate remote for this. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess not. So, we won't be looking at the trailer then. I found on the IMDb site that this will be a sadistic game show with killer clowns. Was that loud enough? Don't make me throw this at you. The Thing of Nightmares, or Good Dreams in my case. I often think of murder with a side of Kool-Aid and just kick back and relax. Okay, the intended release date remains unspecified. However, seeing how this is both written and directed by Rob Zombie, I think it's safe to assume that it might be Halloween themed. So, I'm guessing that it might be released in October 31st, thus the name 31. Or, could be about 31 puppies. Or cats, who knows. Could also be about 31 flowers. Since the film takes place in 31st of October, I got that information from IMDb. I suspect that this could be the prequel to Rob Zombie's Halloween reboot, but probably not, since the Halloween series centers around a single serial killer known as Michael Myers. And this film has to do with clowns, possibly 31 of them, or 31 people. So will this film have a take on intricate trap, or a group slasher routine? If this goes into the intricate trap theme, then it might have a weak story, as the writer would normally focus on creating the traps and actually focusing on the story. But knowing Rob Zombie, this is most likely going to be a slasher film. Thought of creative punishment is enough to keep onlookers glued onto their seats. The group slasher story base is rather simple. A group of masked people typically set out to kill off a certain group of people.
You know, you've seen this movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you,
You know.
you've seen this movie.
You know, you've seen this movie. Normally the motives are pretty simple. Usually for money, for sport, or for ritual, for
Revenge.
cultic ritual. The later of the two seem mostly like Rob Zombie, as he's often preferred those motives in the past. Personally, I'm in favor of a mix of the two, but that's just me. Whatever the case is,
I'm Scotty.
I'm Scotty. This was Film Storm. I'll see you again next week.